Y'all know Kasama been here she older than all of us. Like she been here since both our daddies was here.
But full disclosure, Uda and I might have had a libation or two on the bus.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Cody. Congratulations.
I
hope you don't hate me for bringing this up.
I wish you had asked an easier question.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Ask Jay. Jay, where are we at in the story?
Sorry, honey. Like we all hustle hard. Everybody's in their hustles. I bet a bunch of y'all lost money thinking Judgment Day was gonna win tonight, though. Let's go. You feel me? You feel me? Come on, appreciate him though, man. But man, my man, it's my man.
I'm the question. We veered away from it. What was the question?
Feel me? You feel me? For real.
Do you feel him, sir?
Dude, be your 20-year-old self.
Donnie Burgess, Network, Indiana.
Oh, you local?
Yes, sir.
Local.
So you brought up the Nightmare. You brought up the Nightmare Factory earlier, Cody.
Yes, sir. Great bonus question.
Hard question.
Yeet. Let's go, y'all.
That was amazing. I gotta say, that was amazing.
I love you, Triple H.
Standing on this shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, something wrong.
Hello, I'm Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma here, and you are watching the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast.
Cause I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good.
Big O, I am turning. Big O, what I'm burning. Big O. Yeah, yo. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, thieves and crooks alike, content stealers and creators. Welcome to the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast, hosted by the illustrious, your role model, the blueprint, Dame Don. Welcome everybody to this week's episode. Well, I guess it's not even really an episode. I'm just doing Fastlane results. I do know that I am long overdue for a in-studio episode. I have a lot of money that I'm just like looking at, and I'm looking at it. So yeah, I should probably start start using my studio and doing in-studio episodes. So you can definitely be on the lookout for a Wrestling Weekly Report making its return sometime this week. I'm not gonna give you a day because I'm really bad with days. But sometime this week, I promise you will get a in-studio Wrestling Weekly Report. But at this time, we are just going to go over Fastlane. I'm not really sure if I got the beginning matches in order, but we're gonna go how I got them written down. First, I got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso winning the tag team titles against, should I just say winning or should I just say it? I'm leaving this here too. Okay, so wait. I got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus the Judgment Day, and they won the tag team titles thanks to JD, the assist of JD going wrong and costing Judgment Day the tag team titles. I was confused at this match even happening. So the fact that they won was just like mind-boggling to me. It's so weird. I guess it is cool to think about that they are two different second and third generation talent that have now become tag team champions, but not with their lineage, not with their family members. Two completely different legacies that they've put together as tag team champions. I think it's really cool if you think about it in that sense. I'm not really sure where this is gonna go. I just wish that we would have separate tag titles. I'm so sick of the same tag titles, the tag title designs. They need to really figure out a way to split these tag team titles, but I'm not really sure where this is going. I'm really interested to see how this goes. I feel like Judgment Day will win the titles back at some point. Maybe this was just kind of done to make Judgment Day 2-time tag team champions or something. I'm not really sure. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm not going to shit on it. I am willing to at least give it a chance. Hold on, I'm trying to fix my mic. So I'm not going to just shit on it right away. I am willing to at least give it a chance, but at this time, it doesn't make any sense. Next, we have LWO versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, all in matching gear, which was really cool. LWO obviously took this with the returning Carlito with a new theme song that I don't like at all. Hopefully they'll add I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool at the beginning of the song, but otherwise I don't really like the song. And I also hope we get Carlito in a new game. But something that really stood out to me immediately when the match started was, if we're using real life logic, when the bell rang and there was only Santos and Santos and Rey Mysterio in the ring and the bell rang, those are the only two legal competitors. So technically, if we're using real life logic that WWE has given us, if we're using their logic, wouldn't Carlito coming in be a disqualification? Because that's technically outside interference. How does Carlito come in and get the pin and win the match and he's not in the match? That should have been a disqualification. Regardless of the fact, I am excited that Carlito's back. I'm definitely excited to see where this goes. But if we're using real life logic, that definitely would have been a disqualification, and the Profits and Bobby Lashley would have won. I also feel like Carlito coming back now is almost going to almost confirm for me that Santos is going to turn heel at some point. I definitely think they're going to have Santos turn heel and take that title off of Rey Mysterio. I definitely feel like Carlito coming in is definitely going to kind of send Santos over the edge. While he is kind of acting like he's happy now, I feel like the fact that Rey Mysterio wouldn't tell him who the surprise was and kind of just left him out in the dirt just like everybody else, and he found out with everybody else, I feel like that is eventually going to come into play, and we may see a Santos turn at some point, and hopefully they keep him with Zelina as well. Next, we have the arrival of Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is finally here, looking like a superhero. Triple H did go ahead and comment on Jade Cargill being signed to the WWE and basically said they're not rushing it. They're going to take their time. After what Triple H said at the press conference yesterday, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Jade until the Royal Rumble. It definitely sounds like they really, really want to make sure she's ready. Kind of selfishly, I hope she's not debuted by the time I go to SmackDown, because then I want to take a sign for Jay when I go to SmackDown, and then they can kind of see like, oh, the demand is high, people are excited to see her. So I'm kind of working on the back end, and hopefully it helps her out on the front end. But I definitely want to take a sign for her just so like WWE can see that people are excited for Jade to be here. So selfishly, I hope she's not debuted by October 27th, but if she is, perfect. If she's not, perfect. I'm taking a sign. I did also go ahead and put Triple H's comments from the press conference on my YouTube channel. I will go ahead and make sure I link that video in the description below. Be sure to check that out. The next match we had up was Charlotte versus Asuka versus Io. Charlotte looked like $1,000,000. Brought the feathers back. Io looked amazing. Io has like one of the best entrances. Io's entrance almost gets me high with the lighting and the way she poses down. Like everything is perfect about the presentation of Io. I almost called her Io Shirai. What is her name now? Io Sky. Everything about the presentation of Io is perfect. perfect. Asuka came out, of course. Asuka is a legend within herself. Can't take anything away from Asuka. She did miss Charlotte Flair immediately. And I almost thought that, they were going to have Charlotte be out the whole match and then come in and take the win, which was not the case, unfortunately. But they did have Asuka miss Charlotte immediately, taking her out. Then it was just kind of Io and Asuka. They did jump the Queen quite a bit. Asuka and Io made sure that they were going to limit the Queen's abilities at all costs. They were going to make sure that it was almost like Io and Asuka were like, okay, one of us can win, but Charlotte's not winning. that was almost like the mindset it looked like from them. It was almost like anybody but Charlotte can win this match, and that's really how they went into it. They had a new Tower of Doom out of the corner with like a Samoan drop or something like that. It was really, really crazy. I'm really happy they didn't do the suplex powerbomb Tower of Doom. I'm really sick of that. It's really played out. So I'm really happy they did a different variation of that. But Charlotte, of course, did her signature triple threat moonsault off the top rope. Absolutely killing it. Charlotte looks better in ring, outside the ring almost every week. I'm not sure what the hell Charlotte's been doing, but Charlotte has been on point every single week. I kind of thought Bayley would cost Io, but she actually ended up helping Io, seeing as Asuka tapped out to Charlotte Flair and the figure 8, but the referee didn't see it due to the distraction of Bayley. Now, I'm not really sure why the referee was so focused on Bayley interfering, because it was a triple threat match. So technically, Bayley could have interfered legally if she wanted to interfere, because there's no disqualification in a triple threat match. So why the fuck was the referee so worried about Bayley to the point that he couldn't even see the tap? But what this does tell me is that Flair 15 is on the way. I do feel like Charlotte Flair will be the next person to hold the SmackDown Women's Championship, whenever that may be, whatever the name of the title is now. But whenever that may be, Charlotte will be the one to take that title off of Io Shirai, whenever that is. Next, we have LA Knight and John Cena versus Solo and Jimmy Uso, and it felt like LA Knight almost got a bigger pop than John Cena, no? LA Knight got a really, really nice, decent pop at yesterday's Fastlane. He definitely got a really decent pop. There definitely see a lot in LA Knight to go ahead and give him that John Cena match. Just like, I forget who that was, Jay Uso said on the press conference that it's a really big moment for guys like Solo and Jimmy and LA Knight to even be in the ring with John Cena. And I know a lot of people were saying, oh, John Cena is calling the match in the ring. John Cena has always called the match in the ring. I seen somebody on Twitter that said, oh, John Cena's exposing the business because he's calling the match in the ring. Like, where have you been for the last 15 years? Cena has notoriously always called the matches in the ring, always. I definitely did expect Jimmy Uso to take the pin just in time for Roman Reigns to come back and blame Jimmy. I definitely feel like Jimmy took the pin, and now Roman's gonna come back and kind of be like, well, why the fuck is Jimmy here anyway? Jimmy's not supposed to be here anyway, and that's kind of going to fall on Paul Heyman. I definitely feel like when Roman comes back and Jimmy has lost this match, I definitely feel like Roman's going to be like, why the fuck is Jimmy even here? 100%. 100%. Why is Jimmy even here? So I definitely can't wait to see what's happening with that on Friday. There is some rumors that John Cena will face Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, but we all know how I feel about Dirt Sheet, so fuck them. Next, we have the main event, which is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins in a last man standing match. Much like Finn Balor, I feel like Shin should have won this. I seen somebody on Twitter that said Seth Rollins' reign is going to be remembered for a bunch of defenses that he should have lost, and it's almost kind of true. But also, there is a lot of people online that were like dying for Seth to be champion, and then once Seth became champion, it was, we want Seth to lose the title. Finn should have won. Shin should have won. I never wanted Seth to win to begin with. So I'm not wrong in thinking Finn should have won or Seth should have won or Shin should have won. They both should have won. I didn't want Finn to win the title against AJ Styles initially. Every time Seth wins, I just kind of think about him just crying about him not being the top guy. And, you know, he's always kind of been Triple H's top guy. So Triple H is definitely going to keep the title on Rollins, I feel, until Rollins feels like he's that top guy that he was complaining that he's not. I definitely feel like this is kind of Triple H kind of trying to make it right with Seth Rollins, because he did go out earlier this year and say, oh, I've never been the guy, I've never main evented WrestleMania and all that. So I definitely feel like this is kind of what Triple H is doing, like almost like an apology tour for Seth Rollins. I do feel like this was Shinsuke's best match on the main roster. This was definitely Shinsuke's best match on the main roster. Shin had a lot of offense in this match. It was really cool to see Muda's miss since they faced last year and Muda's no longer wrestling. So it's really cool to see him and Asuka both doing the miss now. Both big fans of the legendary Great Muda, WWE Hall of Famer. Like I said, Shin had a lot of offense, and then I felt like Seth only came back with a couple moves and won the match. Like, it was, I mean, he had missed him and put him through the table and put him through another table and off the ladder through a table, and then Seth just kind of did the curb stomp and a Falcon Arrow, and then that was the end of the match. I definitely feel like that was definitely Shinsuke Nakamura's match. I hope this isn't the end of this feud, because like I said, I would love to see Shinsuke take the title off of Seth. I would definitely love to see Shinsuke Nakamura become a world heavyweight champion before his time in WWE is done. So yeah, it's very interesting to see what the outcome of this pay-per-view will be. I will discuss it more on this week's Wrestling Weekly Report, but I did just want to come on here and do a Fastlane results, because I think I kind of promoted doing predictions on my Twitter. So I was like, I need to do something, because I'm constantly false promoting, I feel. But I will definitely be back in studio this upcoming week. These were my Fastlane results. If you did like this podcast, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My next vlog will be October 27th for SmackDown, and that will be 2 episodes of SmackDown. So it'll be the October 27th SmackDown and that November, whatever that first Friday is in November, it'll be that episode as well. So I'll have 2 vlogs to be uploaded onto the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for listening. And also, if you haven't, go watch that press conference from Fastlane. It was absolutely amazing. Credit to What's the Status on Twitter for the video at the beginning. Thank you guys so much again for listening. Yeet!